Hello, my friends. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. Let's see if I can get this a little lower there. There we go. It is Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. A lot of you may be watching the Super Bowl, so I don't expect a lot of visitors here today, but you never know. I still wanted to go live and share with you another fun fold, an idea I have using 3 different products from 3 different sets. I normally don't do that. Hi, Roseanne. I usually use, one set, maybe a second for a little bit, but today I'm using a DSP from One Sweet, a punch and a stamp set, and then a folder from another set. So, everybody's been buying the beautiful butterflies, and so hi everybody, hi Karen. Oh my goodness, I didn't expect anybody today. I thought you'd be watching that football game that's not very good. Feel bad for the losing team because they lost or losing big time. So anyway, that's always hard on them. But yeah, I'm gonna use quite a bit of product today to create something special, and I hope you guys all like it. Hello, Lena. Hello. So we're gonna get started in just 3 minutes. I hope you had a good Sunday. Your bellies are probably full if you watched Super Bowl and had a Super Bowl party or attended one or made special snacks to watch the football game. I don't know. We had no football for you. Yeah, I'm not a football person either. And we had a very emotional day today. Most of you know that I have a grandson who's 26 years old. I think he's 26. He might be 27. I'm terrible with their birthdays. Who is autistic. He lives with us, and he loves Frozen. So Santa Claus brought him Disney on Ice tickets, and the show was today. So 2 of his mom, Heather, and my daughter, Allison, came all the way, drove three hours to get here in time early this morning so we could go take Morgan to the special event. We were holding our breaths because with autism, some of you probably know about autism, maybe some of you don't. When an autistic child, or at least ours, likes something with all his heart, he can get very excited and make himself sick, or he can get so overstimulated that we have to leave, or he flaps his hands, or wants to pace and other people don't understand. So we're always very, very protective and watchful for him, and whatever works is what happens. So if we got there and he decided it was too much and we have to leave, that was fine. And so we didn't know what to expect. We had a special greet and meet with Elsa, which is his favorite Disney character. And like I said, we were very nervous and scared, kind of, but we were just trying to be very, very positive for Morgan's sake. And it turned out amazing. We cannot even believe it. Elsa and the crew there were just so great with Morgan. She remembered him from the meet and greet when she was on the ice, and she blew. First of all, my daughter got up front, center, the best tickets ever, right there on the ice. And she did that twofold. She didn't want to, if he couldn't handle the situation, if he got too overstimulated, we could just get up and easily leave without interrupting anybody. But he did amazing. He was clapping, he was laughing, he was just so excited, and she kept blowing him kisses. She remembered him. I mean, it was just the most emotional, wonderful thing ever. He handled it completely well, never got sick, never got overstimulated. He asked us if Santa Claus can bring him Disneyland tickets now. We never thought we'd be able to take him to Disneyland because it would be too much for him, but we had a marvelous day. Got home, went to lunch, got home, and then watched the football game, and now I'm here with you. So I have had a full day, but it was a great one. All right, I've talked over 7 o'clock. Everybody's here, I think. So let's get started with the card for today. Turn you down and around. Oops, I'm a little bit high for myself. Let me adjust here. Yes, it was, Carol, such a blessing. My daughter, his mom, was so happy. Nothing could have been better, nothing. Thank you all for sharing my page with others. Hi, Annie. I appreciate that so much. That is one of the ways I grow. So if you don't mind sprinkling, sharing, telling people about me, I truly appreciate it. Here is my host code in case you need it to place an order. This is the host code for February, and you can shop with me right here at beverleestamps.stampinup.net. My name is Beverlee Morales, and I am from Tracy, California. If you're here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. And as always, I thank all of you that come and show up every time. If you can't show up every time, you watch the replays, you comment, and I appreciate every one of you. As you know, I had a birthday. I turned another year young, and I must share with you the cards that I was given that were handmade for me. I just can't even believe my eyes. They are all beautiful in their own way. They're all from the heart, and I just have to share with you. Look at this one. My friend Reiko knows that I am a baker. Hi, Florence. So look at this card that she made. It is just a kitchen cupboard full of all the tools that I use in the kitchen to bake. And it is just the most beautiful, beautiful card ever. It must, look at the cups. It reminds me of my mom, the tools. Oh my gosh, is that not a beautiful card? And then she did a beautiful happy birthday and signed the back. Isn't that gorgeous? Then Roseanne, she made me this beautiful card. Look at this. Do you see the gold mesh underneath there? So, so pretty. So much texture, layering. Just a very, very special card. Thank you, Roseanne. And Roseanne also came to open house, and she brought her niece again. So that was really, really, really fun. Yes, Holy Cow is for sure. This is from my upline, Karen. It's that special fold I've taught you before. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Any dial work to make this special fold. So super pretty cards, aren't they? And this is my friend Karen Kirshner. She's a customer and a friend. Look how sweet that card is. Again, full of texture, using the dies, designer series paper, little embellishments. My goodness, all white. Very, very, very pretty. With the black, it just pops. Then this one is from my friend Marie. Again, she used that beautiful gold mesh ribbon. And she uses, this is the designer series paper from this suite that I'm going to use tonight. Hi, Viola. And this is a very special fun fold. It pops up like this when you open it. Open and close. See that? Isn't that pretty? Hi, Roz. And speaking of Roz, look at this adorable card. Thank you so much, Roz. This just really, really made my day when I received this. Good evening, Stephanie. Hi, Dominga. And then my friend Lynn. Lynn and I have a lot in common, but one of the things we do have in common is that we like to press flowers. Look at this wowzer. Look at this. Just gorgeous. Stampin' Up! Product with pressed flowers attached. Beautiful, beautiful birthday card. All right. I believe I showed all the handmade cards that I got. I put them out and about all over the place to show them off, so I hope I gathered them all. Okay, tonight I am going to work with this punch. This is to the point punch, and that is the item number right there. And it's in the mini catalog. I'm going to need my paper trimmer to cut down some paper. There is the code there for the paper trimmer. I'm only using one color of ink tonight, and that is Early Espresso, and there is the code number right there. Using a little bit of the gold and silver 1/8 inch trim. I'm using the gold. And did you really, Roz? Oh, bless your heart. Here is the code for those two. You get both the gold and the silver, and they're in the annual catalog on page 9. Now, in the suite that I'm using the DSP from, there's also another Daffodil Delight, I think, ribbon that would just go gorgeous on this card I'm going to make for you. But I didn't have it, so I used the gold. I'm going to have to get that ribbon. Using these embellishments, they're called antique pearls, and there is the number there. And the Bright Borders stamp set, I'm going to be using this stamp here, and I believe this one here. But what I like about this punch, it not only goes with the Bright Borders stamp set in the mini catalog here on page 58, it also works with or can bundle with the Hugs for Love stamp set. So you've got two stamp sets in this catalog that punch will work with. Okay, so I'm using the Bright Borders. Then I went back to this beautiful Stampin' Cut and Embossing 3D folder that's hybrid. And I came back to this for a couple of reasons. One, I love it. And two, people are getting confused and don't know what comes with the hybrid folder. So you get the folder that has the big butterfly in the middle that cuts out. I have one cut out here in black. I'm going to show you. So when you run this folder through with a die in it, you cut out this big butterfly that's in the middle. And yes, the dies come with this folder as a bundle. So people are asking if you can buy the stamps separately. Well, the thrill of it now is that the stamp set that goes with this folder and these dies is now a celebration item that you can earn for free with a $60 order. So that's all really, really cool. So I wanted to point that out, so I used these one more time. The designer series paper I'm talking about is called Floral Delight. It's just these beautiful, bright papers with a bright yellow gingham. Let's see the colors that it has here. Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lolly, Old Olive, Peach Pie, Pecan Pie, and Pool Party. And here is the number. I wrote it down for you, 164700, page 35 of the mini catalog. And it is very, very pretty. Very summery or spring. Very, very pretty. Okay, so that's what I'm using. Now let me show you the card. Can you see the gingham paper and the big butterfly embossed, the beautiful designer series paper that I just pointed out, the stamps that I'm using, and you open it up like this. There is the back. For those of you who always say, I never know what side to use, you can still see the floral side on the back of the butterfly, and it's beautiful. The stamp from the stamp set, Bright Borders, punched out with the punch, and then the sentiment comes from the Bright Borders as well. So do these stamps here. A little bit more of the embossed paper after cutting out the butterfly, and then the ribbon that I talked about, and then you open it up and you have the inside looking like this. So let me show you how I made this card. Okay. First, let's start with the designer series paper. I have This is 12 by 12. Thanks, Lori. But I'm going to cut it down to 4. So I'll get 3 strips at 4 inches wide. Thank you for all the hearts, you guys. All right, let's see. So I have 2 strips now that are 4 inches wide, and they're 12 inches long. I'm going to take one of them, and I am going to cut it down to 8. So it's 12 inches long right now, but I'm going to cut it down to 8. Okay, then we'll have this piece left, which has the floral on the back, and that's the piece I'm going to use for the butterfly. Okay. I'm going to take the 4 by 8 and simply fold it in half. Take my bone folder and burnish. Oh, let's look at the card. And I'm going to take this bottom right corner of the now 4 by 4 piece, and I'm going to fold it back. Actually, let's see, I want to do it this way. I'm going to turn it inside out. Hi, Jean. And I am going to fold it back on itself. So I want to be careful that I don't rip anything, and that I get this tip kind of, this corner here sharp. So I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to leave a little bit of the yellow floral showing. And then I'm going to burnish again. So that is how I have this part of the card made. Just like that. Okay, let's take our card base, which is an 8.5 by 11, cut in half, 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to fold that in half as well. Very simple so far, right? Okay. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to place it on my card to see that it's just like I want it. It is, and so now I'm going to stamp it. Let's glue this part down so it doesn't keep bouncing at me. Take my liquid glue. Hi, Nina, welcome. And I'm just going to place a little bit of glue here and press that down. Again, I do want a little bit of that yellow floral showing, so we can see both sides of our designer series paper on this card. Okay, so we're going to take this stamp and our Early Espresso ink. I'm going to roll up my sleeves here. And I'm going to tap. And bring it down, making sure I'm in camera. And stamp it right here on the edge of the fold. And then on the other side as well. Okay, now I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to take a piece, the same DSP, and I'm going to stamp one of the labels twice. One time. Look how cute that is. And then let's see if it fits here again twice. It does. Okay, I need 2 of them. That would make a pretty background, you guys. Oh my gosh, I didn't think of that till right this minute when I did them side by side. Then we're going to take this punch and line it up with the image. Take your time with that and punch. Come over to the next one. Get a little bit lower. There we go. And punch. Hey, Patsy, welcome. Okay. And now I'm going to use, let's get the card here again. I'm going to use these 2 cutout labels as a platform for my butterfly. So I would put one here like this and one underneath, so when I open up the card, it's as pretty on the inside as it is on the outside. But we need to get these straight and level. So I found the best way to do that is to take your glue, your liquid glue, and just put some glue on the bottom right-hand corner. Place this right on top. Get it lined up. The glue allows us to move it around and get it lined up together. But we only have glue on the bottom right-hand corner, right in this area. So this is still open. Having that open allowed me to slip it right in here and get it where I want it to be. Okay, so now that I see where I want it, just pull up this and add my glue. Again, I have time to move it around. And then I'm going to just put some glue here. Now, if you wanted to, you don't even need the butterfly. You could stamp one of the sentiments right there, another one right there, and have this as your card, as your front of your card, your fun fold. Then we're going to take this little stamp that also comes in the stamp set, and we're going to decorate this just a little bit more. Thanks, Karen. Try to make it easy on you guys. Try to find the easiest way to do that. So I'm going to stamp this little, I'm going to call it a flower arrow, right there like that. And then it's a little too long for, they're a little bit longer than this 4-inch width. So what I decided to do was, rather than overlap the flowers, I am going to leave a little space, and the second flower, the one over here, will be partial. See that? So let's do the same thing over here. A little space in between. And then the second flower on this side will be partial. There we go. Okay. Now we have this ready to place on our card. But now we need this, and we need the butterfly. So let me get my machine, and I'm going to come over to the gingham paper, and I'm going to bring my machine over, and we're going to cut out a butterfly using that folder and this die that comes in the bundle with the hybrid folder. Okay, so let me get my machine here, get all my things in one spot. Okay, so I just need the platform 1 and my folder. The top of the folder says Stampin' Up, right? So we're gonna Is that in the camera? Right there. Okay, so we're gonna open that up and we're gonna use the top of the folder that says Stampin' Up with our die. So I'm gonna place the die into the center and I'm gonna fill it, kind of lay within the embossing part of the folder, kind of like a puzzle piece with the cutting edge up. I'm listening to all the somebody yelling, probably the football game, right? I want the gingham side to show, so I'm going to lay that side on the butterfly. And this is a 6x6 piece, I believe. It was what was left over. Lay this with the spine of the folder going in first. And then put number 4 platform on top. Let's run it through. You're in Pennsylvania. Welcome. It's late there. Okay, more platforms. Open this up and we see that we have a embossed butterfly completely cut out using the die. Isn't that pretty? Now I have so much pretty designer series paper left over, the top and the bottom and the sides of this paper, that I'm going to use that. Put my die in my folder aside and get my paper cutter. And I cannot give you inches, but what I can tell you is the cut line of your trimmer is this dark line, the dark gray line. You want to make sure that you're getting the top part of the butterfly that was cut out close to that cut line. If you could see the cut line there, then you want to bring it back just a little bit so you cannot see the cut line, and then just cut off this strip. And we have an embossed piece of designer series paper that we can use on the card. Now this one, this side, is a little wider, so I'm going to look for the cut, come off, so I know that I'm not going to have any of the butterfly wing there, and cut. So this one is a little bit wider than this piece, just a little bit, like 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so this here, you can save it if you want to use these strips this way. It's so pretty, it's kind of hard to throw it away. So I'll just cut those off now in case I want to use those on something else later, but I'm not using them on this card. Okay, and then I'm just going to toss this. All right. So let's go back to our card. Now I'm going to place this on my card, the fun fold onto my card, leaving my little area, my little frame around. Hi, Melanie. And then I'm going to take the wide end and I'm going to place this here and see. Okay, first thing I want to do is cut it down to 4 inches. I want it as wide as this piece here. So let me do that. Place the end of the DSP on the 4-inch marking. Okay. And then we can either glue these two together and then place it down and get a nice frame around. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put glue, though, on the back of the fun fold. Hi, Vicki. Then I'm going to take this embossed piece. I want the embossed piece in the front, so I'm going to just attach it here. And then I'm going to lay it down and kind of make sure that I have the same amount of cardstock on the top of the card as I do on the bottom of the card. Giving this a minute to dry as well. So this bottom piece is going to be different widths for different people, just depending on where you cut your butterfly out at. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this down. Okay, just line that up like that. Now we can take our butterfly, and you guys know that I like to bend the wings up. Now this butterfly is so darn gorgeous that, hi Marcia, that I'm not gonna layer other butterflies over it. And the other thing I want to point out is that the bottom of the butterfly just matches up to this little tip here on the punched out label so well. So that's just good to know. And you can line that up there, and you can still see the flower above the antennas and part of the flower back at the bottom there. Okay, there we go. Now to fancy that up just a little bit, we're going to take 13, 14, 15, 16, about 17, I'm just guessing, inches of ribbon, because I'm going to double it. Oops, those are not my ribbon scissors. They were not cutting this ribbon. There we go. And I'm going to double that. And as I said, this pack has silver and gold, so you could use whichever one you want to use. And I'm just going to tie a bow. And then I'm going to fluff up the bow. Hi Claudia, are you home yet? You've been having such a good time. So happy for you. Then I'm going to cut the end here, make these shorter, one longer and one shorter. And then we can place that there, and if you need to trim the ribbon some more, you can. I think I'm going to have to trim this one a little bit more. I'm going to take my Paper Pumpkin mini glue dots, place one there, and then stick it down. Okay, then I think I will trim this one up just a hair. And this one at an angle. Okay, so now we're going to go to the inside. And we have this piece that we cut out after cutting out the butterfly. So I think I will just put glue, hi Jennifer, on this whole piece. You're saying, Bev, that's longer than the white layer. I know, it is, you're right. But I'm going to pick it up rather than have to cut anything. Set it down. Get it level. And fold it around. That's simple. Okay, now we can go back to that darling little, what did I call it? Floral arrow. Clean up my mess. When I get too many things on my desk, I cannot work. Okay, so tap, tap, tap. And let's get this off of the card base. And I got to pull it down so I can see. One there. Remember, it's longer than the 4-inch wide paper. So we're going to come off a little bit from the flower on both sides. There we go. Clean off my stamps. And then take one of the sentiments. This one says, "Yeah, so happy for you." So this can be used for any occasion. Come back to our card. And put some glue on here, and we can line this card, and we are done. Very, very simple, but again, full of dimension. Oh, I see something I did here. When I folded it over, I did not watch to be level, so I'm just going to snip that off. That would bug me. Okay. And then set this down. Again, you want to frame it with the early espresso cardstock. We've got a card here where we could add another sentiment there. We could do whatever we want on the inside there. But again, look at the back of the butterfly in the floral paper. That looks so pretty. You know how I am about the backs of things. So you could literally write something here, like hello, and then open it up and have more to say. Hi, Vera. So there you go. We'll stand it up. When you stand it up, it bounces out a little bit because of that fold there, and I think that's what makes it so cute. So there's one standing up. Here's the other one laying down. If I can get them both in camera. And now I'm looking for any questions you may have. No questions? Thanks for all the hearts. I'm glad you like it. All right, I do not see any questions. I hope you like these DSPs, this DSP, this hybrid folder, and this darling stamp set and coordinating punch. Bright borders and to the point punch. Remember that the beautiful butterfly stamp set now is an item you can get for free with a $60 order. Okay. Have a nice week. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye-bye. Thanks, Roseanne. Thanks, Carol. Oh, we just got an update. The punch is unavailable until April. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay, ladies. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.